Oh, let me fix that. Sorry. There we go. All right. So, howdy everybody. Get you all to come jumping in. And then, cool, there y'all are. So, yeah, they don't like me, but it's okay. So, if you're joining or rewatching this, what's taking place is TikTok got upset because I was speaking about the situation that happened in Australia. I got deemed as misinformation. Not sure how exactly it's misinformation, but whatever. You could say that it's more of a hate speech, you know, with what I was saying. That would be more in the path, even though I would still sit there and say that I still don't feel that it's that way. So let's go over the latest news that we know that has taken place at Rhode Island. And I'll get into in a moment what was so spicy that really upset the people on the other side. So, this is the image here of the potential next suspect that they have that went walking away in the Brown University shooting that took place on Saturday. They have more and more video of this person walking around, and they feel that this person is the suspect. Here's my question, everybody. All we know that they have of evidence is what, ladies and gentlemen? Just a guy walking down the road. I've yet to see any video that shows this person inside, because if they did, then we would have already known, like, hey, this is the person to look out for, right? We don't have anything that is like that. All we have as scenes is just kids that are, you know, scared for their life. They are inside of the school. They're locked down and things like that. But we don't have anything of evidence that says, hey, this is exactly who it is. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but we haven't seen it. And you would think if there was something like that, then they would have, like, hey, here's an image of the person doing the act and letting us know that, you know, for Saturday evening. So does that make sense to everybody? So give me just a second. Okay, so that is what's taking place for this. And let me show you some video that they have of this person walking down the street. You know something that's also funny? No one's heard from Candace Owens today. No, that doesn't mean go screaming and looking for it. Doesn't mean that something's going on. It's just an interesting thing, right? After she sat there, and a lot of people said that, hey, she made a tweet. Everybody familiar with her tweet? Let me show you. That she put out. Let me show y'all something. A lot of people are questioning this. On November 27th, She put out a tweet. It has been deleted, but she put out a tweet that says they have been signaling that a 9/11 style attack is coming the second week of December. And she says, save this tweet. It will age well. Who is they? Because she's mentioned they since episode 1, or really episode 235 of Charlie Kirk. So who is they? Because she says that they is the ones who took out Charlie Kirk. So is this they that she's mentioning in this tweet the exact same they who took out Charlie Kirk? And by the way, she does say 24 minutes into episode 235 that she has no evidence that it was Israel or Netanyahu. So I don't think that's who they is. For those who don't know, let me show you. Let me show you. Give me just a second. And then okay. So everybody, you can go and see this for yourself, okay? So episode 235, you can look at it right here, okay? And I'm gonna play for you 24 minutes into this, okay? You use your own ears.
Mean that Bibi Netanyahu
Hold on.
and I know what Charlie said. Representation of what Charlie was going through.
Here you go.
This is what I want. I think that the thing that we need here, sunlight is the best disinfectant. Now, does all of this mean that Bibi Netanyahu and that this somehow proves that Israel was involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk? No, we have no evidence of that. We can't say that because there is no evidence of that.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. She has no evidence. Now, at the beginning of the episode, she says that there is evidence. Now, what she does go on to say that bothers her is lying, and I'll show you.
But I don't like little lies. That's what I will say. Something that I always say in my household is when there is one lie, there's 20.
Okay, so she goes on a rant about that. Okay, so I'm going to ask the question, who is they? Does anybody else have any questions on that? By the way, if you are watching this live, make sure that you click the red button that says where it says live. Make sure that it's red. If it's gray, click on it and it'll put you into the latest live. Okay. What is happening? I guess my internet went down for a second. Maybe it did. No, I think my internet's fine. I like to know who is they for sure. Definitely. You know, to me, I question, does she know who did it? Was this one of her gut feelings? You know, on this? Maybe this is just a false tweet here. Maybe this is a false tweet that she didn't put out and someone else made up. Maybe that's the case. But needs to be looked into if she really did it and made this. because I can read this in different directions of who gave you intel that something was going to go on. And then we have Brown's University happen, and we have Australia's incident that happened. So let's go on with other things that are taking place. In the news. Australian female, let's bring this over just for a second. This says that Australian female police officer refuses to go to where the gunman's were and was holding onto the police car, refusing to go while the male officer was trying to convince her. Not sure what that's about. Again, more people asking similar questions to what I'm asking. Now, I know that Erica and Candy said that they were going to have a they were going to be meeting today privately. Let me bring this over to you. This is the Browns University potential or alleged suspect here walking the road. Does this look like someone that's just a tourist? Like, where, like, has anybody heard the evidence that ties this guy into this? Like, where is the evidence that ties the guy into this? Or woman? We don't have a clue. All we know is it's someone that's white. That's it. Has like a half green jacket, and everything else is dark colored. Dark sock hat, dark mask. Because why? What happened 6 years ago? Now people are allowed to walk around the streets like this with ease, not be questioned. Okay? And how dare you, if you ever question somebody, to say, like, dude, why are you wearing this mask? Because if you question someone of why they're doing it, you're not allowed. And by you, I'm meaning the police force is not allowed. Okay? Crazy. So again, I'm going to bring this up for y'all. But yes, this is what the suspect, our alleged suspect, looks like. White, green, dark navy jacket, mask, looks like a surgical black mask, and a sock hat. Some people are actually sitting here saying, hey, is this belly right here even real? Yeah, this is live. That's what I want to know. How they know he's connected. Yep. I have questions. Because I haven't seen anything that shows video of him inside. Or where this stuff happened. This is also another camera angle, but guess what? Just walking down the road. I'll go back to that image because someone just said there's a blue shirt underneath. I don't think it's a blue shirt underneath. I think it's part of the jacket, but let's double check. Maybe. You might be right on that. Maybe it's a blue shirt. Everyone who's watching, what do you think? Do you think that this is a blue shirt underneath this jacket? Or do you think it's part of the jacket? Good to see you, everybody. Someone said that an hour ago they tweeted, by the way, and said that Erica and Candace, that their meeting just ended. And the way that they are saying that is because they watched her flight. What else do we have that's in the news that's going on? I don't know why it had me on that. Everyone owns a blue shirt. That's another thing. Like, I don't see any type of markings here. Usually you look for a tattoo and things like that. I mean, I'm just being real. Maybe you have the two eyes like squinted together right here. I mean, that might be the only thing. That's as close as I can get on that image. Maybe. According to the press release, used a 9mm. But we don't know, was it a registered 9mm or not? We do not know that. Hey, I got a question. Since all of these people, I got a real question. All of these people that sit here and think that Google Trend is like a legit thing, okay? Why don't you go to all of these people that are saying that, hey, isn't it strange that all these killers and everything was seen before, you know, and they were in Google Trends? Hey, maybe we need to go ask all of those people who sit there and say that stupid stuff and just go and jump in and be like, hey, by chance, if you looked at your Google Trends to see what name it is, since y'all are like all about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google Trends is so stupid, okay? When people sit here and use it to sit there and be like, hey, let's look for John Doe. Like, they go and search for names that are common. And they freak out when they sit there and look at a name that's in the Middle East and they see that it's in a search result in Israel. Last time I checked, Israel is in the Middle East. Let's go, Red Angel, throwing in the gift. Thank you so much, and thank you, everybody, for telling Red Angel thank you. Thank you so much, Red Angel. Greatly do appreciate that. So do you understand what I'm saying there? Let me pull over Google Trend. Let me pull over Google Trend. Okay? So, all right. Demonstration, Rob Reiner. Okay? Let me go and see what the killer's name was in Australia. Give me a second. Let me show you how stupid this is, okay? Now, for Americans, you don't know these names. However, in the Middle East, it's not exactly that it's a common name, but it's dang sure it's not a rare type of name. So when you sit here and you do a search for, this is the sun right here, okay? And you do a search, Here's what pops up. Okay. Now this is just in the past day. So we need to go back 7 days. Look at this. You have nothing. You have people that actually put out false lies to y'all, by the way. False lies. Press 1 if you have seen people that sat there and said, hey, Google Trends showed that this shooter's name had been searched before the killings took place in Australia. Well, here it is. It's actually 0. Let's search for the other shooter's name, the father. Oh, you do. You have the father was searched 7 times in the United States. Okay? Again, don't know if you're aware of how many Middle Eastern live in America now. Okay? It's not uncommon. If I go to my Facebook, let me show you. Okay? Let me show you something. And then, okay. So here is the name, Sajid Akram, or well, however you say it. These are other people's names. This is a common name. You see it. This could be just someone that sat here on December 9th looking for a person that they went to college with school with, or they were looking for themselves to see what was on there. Have you ever searched for yourself on the internet? I'm willing to bet you have. This is not like a strange thing. What would be strange if you sat here and said this guy's name and then you said something like Australia. Okay? If you did something like that. Wait, that didn't come over right. Hold on. I got to do it as together. Why is it doing it like that? Yeah, because it's just tying in his name. I wonder, hold on a second. Let me show you something. Yeah, I was just trying a common name. Yeah. Like, that's how often Mike Smith is searched. I think what it's doing, let me see if I do it first. What if I put in, hold on, because it's showing the exact same results. Like, let me put in Iran. Nope. I know what it's doing. It's because it's in the country of what it's pulling. So you're pulling names that are common names or common-ish type names. It's not exactly weird. You know, if you sat here and you used a street address and had a cross section, sure, we could have a conversation maybe. If you did a search for, Bondi, beach, shooting, if you had something like that and you went back, for past 12 months, like, here, look at this, nothing, that would be something, like, look for something that's a specific, of it. What about in the last 5 years? Has there ever been anything searched there? Like, give something of interest. Not too many people are like calling out these conspiracy theorists. And it's okay, because a lot of people just don't know how this works. A lot of people don't know that this is common search. What else is there to go in the news? This is a complete joke. I'm sorry. Like, I'm glad that they're searching, okay? I'll say that. I am glad that they're sitting there searching an area. They're exhausting all leads. But the thing is that really just upsets me is that we don't have anything that's evidence that says, hey, this is the guy or girl or it or whatever it is nowadays. So, let's see. New stuff on X. Ooh. I was not aware of this one. Trump files for $10 billion lawsuit against the BBC for editing his speech for the January 6th incident. That's news. You knew that was coming. See what else we have. Let's see. Turkey. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. Let's go over to flight radar. 26 minutes ago, but not sure exactly what time this ended up taking place. But Turkey shot down a unidentified drone that entered its airspace from the Black Sea. Let's look and see what military has been up. Let's go back. Let's speed this up like really, really fast. See if there's like anything that really shows up, and I'll look at comments. Anybody have any questions? Feel free to ask. Now you did have Fort 10 that was up. About 18 hours ago-ish, that went up. We'll see if that Fort 10 comes back. Why are we on YouTube? Because Islamic terrorists couldn't handle what I was saying. So they deemed it as misinformation. Not sure exactly what exactly was misinformation, but apparently I'm misinformation. So this is interesting because you have Fort 10 that was in the Black Sea. So far, all of this morning, I wonder if they might have mistaken a unidentified drone and accidentally hit Fort 10, or if it is a unidentified drone. Germany has a drone up. I don't know the last time I seen a drone there. That's Russia flying through. That's Russia. That's Turkey. That is America. That's a C-40 flying through. But yeah, so the drone that we do know that was up, man, this may get bad if like Fort 10 doesn't come back home. Not really, because Turkey's part of NATO. Even if Turkey was like, "Oops, my bad," it'd be like, "All right, throw up a replacement." But I'm trying to see if if anything's of interest. So these drones right here, those three right here are Turkish drone. Now, good news is Fort 10 did go back. What I am looking for is, so now it's turning into nightfall for them. So this is maybe 6 hours ago. Sorry, Jacob. Can you hear me when I'm dragging? That was the last of it. Let's see. You did have someone, this is, according to Flight Radar, they say that this is a 400 that flew through, but kept on flying through and went on to the airport. And then that was United Kingdom that flew through. By the way, I said something wrong earlier. It wasn't Russia that was flying through. That was United Kingdom. I forgot. Triple R is United Kingdom. Okay, let's see. No, I'm not seeing anything of, hey, anything unusual. I don't see anything of where Turkey put up, fighter jets or whatever to take something down. We'll let this play out. Everybody like it over here on YouTube, because I may end up for real, coming to YouTube more. And that's not because of what just happened on TikTok. It's just TikTok's payout is really not that much. So I wonder if I put in as much work over here like I did on TikTok, if I could get out a payout similar to even what I am now, even though it's low, in doing that. And if it is, then I like YouTube better because we have a much better screen. People can rewind and re-listen. If I said something stupid or wrong, you can go back and watch. Or if you didn't catch the live, you can watch it later on and see what goes on. I can make longer videos that are more detailed. Y'all get the YouTube notification? Yeah. I know, right now, there's only 35 people in here. It happens. Why? Because I haven't used YouTube in a long time. So, all right. Let me check TikTok real quick. We'll see if I'm still on their naughty list over there. Let's see. Yeah. So, it hasn't been reviewed. Yeah. It's all cool. Doesn't bother me. Look, it does not bother me. So we'll keep on doing YouTube. So tomorrow we'll do YouTube here. Here's something for you. Might actually do YouTube at, like 4 o'clock or so. So, thank you, Ruthie. Okay. So let's say this. I'll end up putting together some type of video tomorrow on YouTube and try building this place up. So, yeah, I know that you miss out on, some of y'all unfortunately can't watch at certain times, but that's the great thing about YouTube is that later on you're able to rewatch that live. So I really do enjoy that. We'll just, we'll go on and see what we have. Y'all know me. If I am, if I can't sleep, I'll come in here and go live. But I'm going to jet out of here. I'm going to go watch the Pittsburgh Steelers game. And then I may be back later tonight, or I may call it a night. But I appreciate everybody being in here. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed, and amazing night. Do not live in fear, because if you live in fear, you die several times in your life. If you do not live in fear, you only die one time. Take care. God bless. Thank you, everybody, for being in here.